all to Recruiter Nuggets, a platform where I, as a recruiter, share all of my tips and tricks on how to ace the next interview. Today's topic is about questions that I would advise for you to ask an interviewer. Scenario: you've come to the end of the interview, and the most famous question is asked. Do you have any questions for us? Do not say no. Do not say that you've answered all the questions for me. Do not do any of that. No, no, no. You've got questions, and those questions are the questions that I am about to cover with you now. So please stay tuned. Let me help you position yourself in a better way. Asking questions is a very important step in the interview process. It basically gives the interviewer the impression that you are more interested about the job opportunity, and also you've got an opportunity to display your critical thinking skills. Now, the questions that I'm about to cover are all questions that I've come across as an interviewer myself. So it is thanks to all of the people that I've interviewed in the past years. Thank you for the content. And it has left me thinking, wow, what an exceptional candidate. What a candidate that has put so much thought and so much preparation for this interview. I am super impressed. So one of the first questions you could ask is, can you explain the job in your own words? Now, a good way to frame this question would be to say that I've had the opportunity to view the job description, and I would like to understand from your point of view, what does this job entail? Now, if you're able to ask that question in the very beginning of the interview, that is great. If you're able to ask it at the end of the interview or during the course of the interview, better yet, that is even better, right? I think the one thing that I'm going to continually repeat throughout this whole video is try by all means to make your interview a conversation. Make it a conversation where possible. Ask questions, pop in questions, find opportunities on how to pop a question or two, so that by the end of the interview, you're not met with awkward silence when that dreaded question is asked. Second question to ask would be, what makes this role available? Sure, they can ask you, why are you leaving your job? But you need to turn around the tables, right? Ask them, what has made the role available? There is an array of answers they can. Different answers will allow you and assist you to probe a little bit more where possible. Stick with me and I will coach you on all these steps and on all conversations to be had during an interview. Third question that I would ask, which is a very good question, is, what do you expect the role to accomplish within the next 90 days? So this question is a very good question to ask, like I said, because it just ensures that people, both you and the interviewer rather, have set expectations for the said role, so the said opportunity, should you get it, should you land the opportunity. And the fourth question I would then ask, especially if you're sitting with an executive in the room, is, how do you measure success? So if they're able to give you numbers, if they're able to give you data on how they would measure success, that are key points for you to take forward when further discussing the role, when further discussing the opportunities to gain within the role once you've landed the job, and once you're still deciding on whether this is an opportunity for you or not. So continually take notes where possible during the interview. The fifth question to ask would be, what are the biggest challenges that you've had within this role? Perfect question to ask. Perfect answer to have in mind, again, during the whole process of the interview, and again, should you land the opportunity. It just allows you to be able to understand and to know how to add your value, how to add your own expertise in solving that problem that they've got, that challenge that they have. And then the last point that I want to cover in today's video is to ensure that the interviewer is talking about themselves. You and I both know if a person is talking about themselves, you have successfully gotten them comfortable and they are able to talk about themselves, the role, as honestly and as comfortably as possible, and those will give you insights on whether this opportunity is for you or not. So I've got a couple of questions that I have come up with that you could ask the interviewer. You can start off by saying, I've seen that you've been with the company for X amounts of years. How has the role that you currently are in evolved? Secondly, how has the role evolved? Isn't that a good question? Because I think it is. Another good question to ask is about the team dynamics, about the team setup. This is very telling about the type of people that you would be working with, the type of personalities that you'd be working with, and it would help you decide on whether the company is a good fit or not. Remember, these people that you would be potentially working with are going to be your family. You would be literally spending 8 hours of your day with them. So to ensure that you are a good fit within the team, ensure to ask this question. Again, make this a conversation where possible. When opportunity arises, speak about the team. Ask questions about the team. When opportunity arises, speak and ask about the KPIs of the role. Where possible, slot in questions about the role. Again, if you've gotten to this far of the video, thank you once again. Don't forget to subscribe, to share, to click the notification bell, share with anybody that you know who is needing tips and tricks on acing their interview, who are needing ideas on how to level up within their career. Thank you so much. Until we meet next time, here's a virtual high five.